Alright, so welcome back to the reactions. Today we watched Small Babylon 5 and we're on to Season 2 Episode 4 titled A Distant Star. See, I'm really eager to get back into this and to continue where we left off last episode with, I can't believe what was said at the end of last episode. It was like a techno mage, I think that's what they called him. But that rare species, and we saw 3 of them. Techno Mage said, in the future I see a great hand reaching out into the universe, into the stars, and they're chanting your name, Londo. And Londo said, what, my followers? And the guy said, no, your victims, basically. And he said billions. He said, I hear billions of people chanting your name. But, Londo, it's not your followers, mate. It is your victims. Like, holy shit, that's literally blown my mind. Like, that is amazing. And he literally said to Londo, I could kill you, I could shoot you right now, I could literally murder you. But it won't do anything. Like, the thing's already started. It's already going to happen. Like, if I kill you, someone else will take your place. It's basically inevitable. Like, that's what he said. So whatever it is to come, it's going to be inevitable. And Londo is going to be at the very front of all the shit that's going to go down. Oh my god, it's so interesting as well. I feel like Kosh said, like, how... what did he say? So, like, it's all starting. The pebbles can't change anything. Or something along those lines. I know quite a lot of people have been commenting that. That is what the Technomage guy just confirmed. Like, whatever's going to happen now, it's going to happen. Like, you can't stop what is going to happen with the shadows. So, I think the Technomage just said they're going far, far away. Like, they're getting out of the way of the shadows because they have so much information. And, of course, they saw like a great darkness is coming. The shadows, Mr. Morden's powers are coming. And they want to preserve their secrets, their knowledge. And they don't want to be wiped out or exploited by this new species that is coming to the show, basically, to Babylon 5, to the universe. So, yeah, it's fascinating, really. That was a really great episode to learn more about, like, what's to come. I love how it's foreshadowing so much. Again, so much little hints, like, all over the place, like, scattered out. It's so good. And I can't wait to see where it's in the league. So, yeah, this show is getting better and better. And I just really can't wait to watch more. Because, I'm absolutely loving the show at the minute. So, I don't want to waste any more time. I do want to get straight into this. That's like the main thing I wanted to discuss from last episode. So, yeah, without further ado, this will be Babylon 5, Season 2, Episode 4, titled A Distant Star. So, a distant star, well, potentially the shadows, Mr. Morden's species. A distant star, like communication from a distant star, or potentially a distant star as in the ship that Jakar sent that got exploded on a distant star. Like, it could mean a lot of things, but I think it's definitely to do with the shadows, and hopefully we're going to find out more about them. I'm so interested, man. I'm waiting for the episode where we learn loads and loads about the shadows and, like, Mr. Morden, especially that species, like what their grand plan is, like what's going to happen, like how powerful they are, like in Earth potentially. Like I discussed that, didn't I? My theories regarding Earth and the shadows. That's really interesting. Potentially the shadows having like slaves, like people working for them in high official places, like at the very top of Earth, like council or government or whatever. And potentially the same for the Minbaris. Who knows, man? It could be anywhere. They could have infiltrated anywhere. So I think that's a real possibility, and even on Babylon 5. So it goes to show, like, right now I have no clue what's going to happen, apart from there's going to be a massive shift in power. So I'm just looking forward to seeing this distant star and what it's going to mean. So without further ado, this will be Babylon 2. Without further ado, this will be Babylon 5, Season 2, Episode 4, titled A Distant Star. And without further ado, let's get straight into this. Alright, so Babylon 5, Season 2, Episode 4, titled A Distant Star, and let's get into this. And of course, if on of her last episode, getting completely crushed by that species, can't remember what it's called. It's like drag something,
she just sent in the requisition
Gratos, I think.
She's asking for a lot.
We're in for a real treat.
Explorer ship coming through the gate, Commander.
Right. Look at that thing. That is massive. It looks like Babylon 5, like the size of it. Jeff Sinclair? Maybe. You never know. Could be out there somewhere flying around.
Impressive.
Take a good look, people.
No
You're
time for a
supremely lucky
speech.
you may see 2 ships like her in your lifetime.
Here comes Stinky. We've seen that guy before, haven't we? I think.
Best hope
in a call last episode, was it? Or maybe the episode before, but I think we've seen that guy before.
5 miles long, located in neutral territory.
So yeah, interesting way to start the episode.
A shining beacon in space, all alone in the night.
In the night.
It
Yeah,
was the
Sinclair
dawn
still
of
says
the
it better.
third age of mankind, the year the Great War came
There
upon
they
us
are.
all.
I didn't realise they said it's the dawn of the Great War. Like, he literally just said that. So, that is going to happen with the shadows, obviously. So, again, more foreshadowing. So, and of course, the Len, I forgot about that. Like, I didn't forget, but just remember that. That is going to be so interesting this episode.
Jack, this is Ambassador Delenn of the Minbari Federation. Ambassador, Captain Jack Maynard.
Ambassador?
Captain, I was hoping to convene a meeting of the Council later this week to discuss the problems in Sector 19.
No problem. I'll rearrange my calendar. Let me know when and I'll be there.
A problem, Delenn. What problem?
John, she's Minbari?
And she looks human, yeah?
Well, she doesn't look like one. I mean, she does, but she doesn't. I mean, what's the deal?
Still trying to figure that out. There's the story she told us, but then there's more going on here every minute of every day than anywhere else I've ever served.
That is true.
It's quite a job.
Always something happening.
I'd see you in one like it.
Oh, but it's almost time for me to make
No more burgers, Garibaldi.
What is it? It's kind of an Italian fondue. So you start off with a pint of
Oh, for God's
extra
sake.
virgin. Yeah. Then you melt about
A
quarter cup of
pint?
butter into it.
Okay, he's talking
Then you
shit.
take garlic. Lots and lots of garlic and anchovies.
Anchovies? Forget it. Too much salt. And no
A
bread.
pint of
Doc.
olive oil, though.
No salt, no bread, no anchovies. Up on your
Oh
counter.
my
Tough.
God. Yeah, you gotta make do, mate.
That's the things I want you to try to avoid.
Yeah, he eats all of that on a daily basis.
Come on, Doc. Doc. There's nothing left.
Well, sure, there people don't eat right. Skip meals, eat strange things at odd hours. I mean, someone has to look after your health.
Okay, fine. Diet.
No.
Got it.
Diet.
Mr. Garibaldi, you'll be needing these. And Mr. Garibaldi, I will be monitoring you. Closely.
This is so funny. It's like Franklin's like the dad here, and Garibaldi's just a little boy.
Narn and
Big Todd,
Centauri
what
were
a
at
Ghana
each
can't
other's
eat.
throats.
For God's sake, man.
The Vorlons had some kind of an agenda that no...
I always figured we'd be having this drink out on the rim somewhere. You always said you wanted an explorer ship.
Yeah, well, when the president calls, it's kind of hard to say no.
Funny he should pick someone that the Minbari don't particularly like.
Well, I try to accord them every courtesy, so... Jack, I can make a difference here. It's important.
I suppose.
He's asking
I
a lot of
just
questions,
never
and
figured that
I don't know, something's
die-hard
fishy.
spacer like you would wind up tied to a desk.
So where are you headed next, Captain?
Back out to the rim. The new rim. Now that we finished mapping Sector 900.
The new
We're hoping
rim?
to build 2 new jump gates by the end of the year, and then have Earth follow up with survey ships.
Captain,
Oh,
you've
you're
done a lot
dead,
more
mate.
traveling in hyperspace than just about anybody else here.
You
Is
are
there any truth to
finished.
the stories?
What stories? Well, you know, things happen out there. People see weird things. Universe Today had a story a couple of months ago asking if something was living in hyperspace.
Nothing can live in hyperspace.
You sure?
What do you say, Captain?
Stranger than any one of us can imagine.
Understatement.
Were you serious when you said something was out there in hyperspace?
Serious?
Oh, we're getting it
What do you
all,
mean?
aren't we?
You weren't
It's
just
really
yanking the
building. Oh my
chains away,
God.
Building up a story to tweak their imaginations.
This guy's serving a purpose to introduce the shadows
I saw
further.
something once.
This whole plot is completely to do with that.
Go on.
Well, it wasn't in
Deep Space
hyperspace,
Explorer, seeing stuff
though.
like...
You know, we were in Sector 857. I took my nav officer, Lieutenant Patrick, with me for a look around on one of our scout ships.
And?
Well, I noticed that we'd gotten out of sight of the Cortez, and I was just about ready to turn back when I saw something. It was maybe 1,000 kilometers away. Black. in
1,000?
space. Now, the reason that I know it was there is that it blotted out the stars behind it. I don't know the exact shape of it, but it was big.
Yeah, that
I
massive
turned to
shit.
Pat to ask him if he could see it, and when I looked back,
It's gone.
it had vanished.
You are this.
This is so good.
Nope. I don't see how I can do this, Garibaldi.
The amount of info it's building is incredible.
Money's not the issue when you stuff like this, because they can get
It's gonna
space
be
to light away
food.
items. Man, I'm gonna have to hump to get this, even if I can get it at all. All right.
It's going to be
There's
food,
bones.
isn't it?
Look, I'm working on it. That's all I can say.
What is it? What food is it?
One last thing. Don't mention this to Dr. Franklin, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no problem.
of
That's what
course.
You couldn't afford it.
What?
10 pounds?
What the hell?
Well, 10-pound gain isn't too bad. You could afford to lose it. But here's a list of foods I want you to avoid. No meat.
Oh my god.
Low fat.
Franklin's
lots of
really taking this
rabbit food
job seriously.
Well, it's only for a little while, Captain. We'll get those 10 pounds off in no time.
Who's we? Why don't you do the diet
Hmm.
part?
Yeah, Franklin, take your own medicine,
Not
mate.
sure I understand the intent of this meeting, Terran.
I have been delegated by others who... to lend there is concern among our people here on Babylon 5. The question, are you any longer our own kind? We have a right to know. If you cannot
50-50,
give us
mate.
what we need, we will ask permission to send a representative to speak directly with the Great Council.
I mean, he's got a point, hasn't he, really? Like, 1 minute it's the Lending in Bari, next minute it's
If everything is
her
satisfactory,
from
Doctor, I'll
Lost.
be
Like,
returning
what's
to my
going
duties.
on?
Just one last thing, Commander. I worked out this food plan for you.
Are you telling
Oh
me to go on
my
a
god,
diet?
Franklin.
Well,
I'll have you know I don't have an ounce of fat on my body. I exercise vigorously once a day despite my injury,
yeah,
and
but,
when
but when you do eat, you don't eat enough of the right things. You have deficiencies in calcium, iron, and
This is
several
so
others,
funny.
and
What
it's
the
hampering your
hell's gotten to
recovery. Now, I
Franklin?
recommend iron supplements and an increased diet. A food plan to
I mean,
replenish
he's trying to
your
help, obviously, but like, what?
I'll gain weight. In life, I fought against imperialism. Now, suddenly, I am the expanding Russian frontier.
but with very nice borders.
What the oh, okay, that is one of the best lines of this entire show.
I'll see you when you come
Oh
back
my
this way
oh, that
again.
was so good. Oh my god.
I sure wish I were going with
We've
you.
got expanded
Big
borders. I
ideas
swear,
way of grabbing
Franklin
at a man.
is on something else this episode.
It's still just a job to get done, you know. Duty hours, routine, dull stuff half the
Great
time.
line
Every
from
once in a while,
Ivanova,
something
though.
interesting
And
happens.
witty
but,
comeback from
you know,
Franklin.
the adventure's all in the mind.
Well, as my chief of security would say, that is a load of horses.
There's so much symbolism here.
Captain Bennett to the Cortez.
Like, so much just
That'll
going
be
on.
my exec pestering me with paperwork.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Now listen, Swamp Rat. You hold this place together, you hear me? I'd like to come back to it.
Why? You don't get the feeling you will?
This is Babylon Control, Cortez.
Imagine just gets
We're cleared
destroyed
for
by the
jump.
shadows right now. I mean, it would make no sense, but imagine. Bye-bye,
I thought this sort of thing
Cortez.
was supposed to be your area of concern, Command the station.
Repeatedly, but he insists he smells something offensive, and that something must be his neighbors. He also insists that you and only you can straighten out this matter to his satisfaction.
That guy.
The Abai delegation is as large as the Pakmara group, and they're... I mean, I am constantly sandbagged, swamped, drowned and snowed under by nothing but trivia. I mean, look at this desk. I can't find a thing on it. You know me. Is this me? Huh?
Starships run on details. You've always run a tight ship. That's an admirable trait. B5 can never run in quite the same way. Hardly. Running B5 takes just as much energy, intelligence, and patience as it does to command a starship.
But there is a difference. They have turned me into a bureaucrat, a politician. Now, I'll tell you one thing. If the primates that we came from had known that someday politicians would come out of the gene pool, they'd have stayed up in the trees and written evolution off as a bad idea. Hell, I always thought the opposable thumb was...
So, is John made for the job, or is he just being too harsh himself? I think it's the latter. See,
What's our
We're seeing the ship. I knew it. The shadows. This guy is so involved. Like, it's setting up a massive plot. I just knew this guy. It wasn't finished. I knew it. The shadows. This is serving a purpose.
Power's down 30%. We're flying. System wasn't ready to handle it. The EMP blew out the entire tracking system. Meaning we've lost the lock-on signal from the jump gate. Yes, sir. Without it, we can't find our way out of hyperspace.
Oh my god. And let me guess, the shadows are going to appear right now. Or after this cutscene.
It'll turn out to be a bunch of kids stealing on a dare. Some kind of an initiation thing.
Alright, Garibaldi, what are you eating?
Because it was never the same one twice. So I
Look, it looks alright, doesn't it?
And the salespeople, and they nailed one of the kids in the act.
Doesn't look
Talked
bad.
his mouth off. That was it. What did you do with it?
Oh my god, Johns, no! Enjoying your leaves, mate?
His fault, you know.
Wait a minute.
I agree. This whole diet thing is your fault.
Food plan.
Whatever.
I love how Garibaldi's the optimist in this. What is going on? Okay, so... what are you doing, children? This is so comedic. Franklin, just what? Oh my god. I love the show, like, for that reason. It's so stupid, but it's so good. Oh, this is not good, is it?
Power's coming back, but the navigation shot to hell, Captain. Can you fix it? We have the parts, but not the time. It'll take 48 hours minimum. By that time, we'll be swept so far, of course, we'll never find the lock-on signal.
Let's just hope Zagreb doesn't appear and say, not the one, not the one.
Start transmitting a mayday.
Our transmission's pretty iffy this far into hyperspace, sir.
Well, send it anyhow. Something may get through.
Yeah, please help us. Okay, it's the shadows here, Mr. Morden. What do you want? Help.
Sir, we're
What
getting
do you
a
want?
message from the Cortez. It's a
Very convenient after their conversation, right?
Take it off speaker. Keep recording. Some other pieces may come through in the clear. Send this response immediately. Your signal has been received and help is on the way. Keep sending that.
Yes, sir.
I want all available pilots in the squadron bay in 20 minutes.
I shouldn't need to remind you. No ship lost in hyperspace has ever been found again.
I know.
Do not know that. Makes sense, though.
I understand the necessity of these frequent examinations, Doctor. I am fine.
Ambassador, you've
Really,
been quite
Franklin?
changed.
Oh my god.
Even if I weren't curious from a scientific point of view, I'm still a doctor, and you're my patient. I have to make sure you're not suffering.
Right.
What new delegation?
I don't know. I only heard Mr. Garibaldi mention to someone that he was awaiting their arrival. I believe
Oh my
they're called
god.
Banya Cauda?
Commander
You
Ivanova
really
has
got
briefed
that
you on the
imported.
situation.
Fuck's sake, man.
All we know from the Cortez
A
is
pint of
Mayday
olive
is that
oil. Oh,
something has brought her down in hyperspace.
this is so
Commander has
interesting.
reminded me no one has ever recovered a ship from hyperspace. But I'm determined to try.
How far
So
out is
convenient.
The further off the lock-on signal a ship is pulled, the more distorted her signals. Now, the first message we got from the Cortez was fairly strong, but it's fading. So we have to move on this fast.
But if we don't know where she is, how do we find her?
I have an idea on that. But it's risky. There's a strong chance that some or all of the rescue ships might not make it back. We know there is a drift in hyperspace that can pull a powerless ship down the gravitational incline. The Cortez still has power. She can hold her position a little longer. So, we are going to borrow a page from the lifeboat service. The first fighter will stop just inside the gate and lock onto the gate signal. The second fighter will proceed 1,000 kilometers further in and lock onto the signal of the first one. The third fighter will lock onto the signal of the second one, and so on.
Which leaves the last man hanging in midair.
But if he's broadcasting a search signal in all directions, there's a chance the Cortez will pick it up.
If they're still in range.
We can extend the range by moving the fighters further out, like an expanding telescope. It's a long shot,
Sounds like a brilliant idea. Risky, but
but it's their only chance. Any questions?
No, sir.
Good.
So say we all.
They'll hit
Let's do
space in
this.
5 minutes. Good luck.
This is so good. Like, oh, so much could happen here. You might even leave it on a cliffhanger.
Zeta Squadron,
Could see it doing
standing
that.
An old friend of mine once quoted me a ancient Egyptian blessing.
This is so good. I feel like I'm a parrot saying this, but this is so good. Like, literally. This episode has been amazing. The question of what we're going to see now, if this will work, what's happening to Cortez, so many questions.
Communication status.
Nothing from the Cortez now.
I don't like this 1 minute.
Captain, I'm getting a signal from Babylon 5.
Okay,
It's very faint,
good.
sir.
On speaker.
Cortez, this is Babylon Control. If you can hear us, please respond. We are sending help. Cortez, this is Babylon Control. If you can hear us, please respond.
Send this. Babylon Control.
No, no, what if they use this to attack?
Babylon
The signal.
Control. This is the Cortez. Lock on. Still not functioning.
Cortez, this is Babylon Control. Keep on broadcasting your Mayday.
We're homing in on it and sending a sheepdog to lead you home.
I wouldn't smile just yet, mate.
You got the signal, Warren?
Nah, I don't like this 1 minute.
Hard to
at
get a
all.
beat on it, sir. Radio locator doesn't want to settle.
Keep scanning.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna find something that you're not gonna expect in a minute. Ah,
The
okay,
old
that
Moon
makes
Mars
sense.
patrol before the war. Damn, I thought he knew everything. He did, too.
Captain Maynard knows the risks he takes every time he orders the ship out. So if it's awake, I'll drink with you. But until it is, why don't we just remember that blessing?
Wise words, yet again. Still, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Commander, I've
It's
got
so
the signal.
creepy as well, the atmosphere. Oh my
And
god.
locking on.
Go. I'll hold here.
Yes, sir.
I don't think he will. I think he'll be gone in a minute. Oh my god! I knew it, I fucking knew it. That was massive though. Look at that shit.
Navigation system inoperative. Communication disrupted.
Engaging lateral thrusters.
Negative function.
I want to see how big it is compared to the ship here.
Where is he? Where's the fighter?
Is that? No, that's not the
on,
shadows.
figure it
That's the
out.
sky. I know it looked like a massive ship, but
What the hell's he doing? What's he shooting at?
I don't know. He keeps firing in the same direction, but there's nothing out there.
yeah,
Except
there is.
the way home. He's firing in the direction he wants us to go. Can you calculate that?
I'm on it.
What? Maybe. Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Communication to Star Fury restored.
Cortez, get out of here now.
Star Fury, this is the Cortez. We can come after you. Do you copy?
Nav system not functioning. Engines down. If you come after me, we'll both get lost. Go.
It begs the question of why aren't the shadows attacking the Cortez? Like, wouldn't they just destroy it rather than waiting for the other fighters and killing them instead? I don't understand their motives. Maybe they just want to, like...
Ships coming through.
How many?
I don't know.
3. No, 4.
Well, here the Cortez is, but still, like, surely they destroyed this ship because it's like, well, obviously massive, so powerful. So why would they
Cortez,
just
this is
leave
Babylon
it
Control.
when they could destroy
Where
it?
are
I
the
don't
other two
understand
fighters?
that.
I'm sorry, Johnny. They didn't make it.
Why kill the two fighters and not the Cortez? It makes no sense from the perspective of the shadows. Like, what? I don't understand that. Franklin's gonna be here,
Nice
mate.
of you to join me finally.
Yeah, I'm late, I know. Did you get it?
Look, the supply ship cargo master begrudged every extra ounce of every inch of space. But I called in some favors. You're lucky I have a few to spare, Garibaldi.
Yeah, so bill me. Where is it?
Let's see what this is.
Okay.
Yeah, olive oil.
So I asked myself, now who on the station could pull together the ingredients of Bunya Chowder so far from Earth? Your qualifications precede you, Mr. Orwell.
George Orwell, hello, mate.
Mr. Garibaldi. My father always made Bunya Chowder for me on my birthday. Well, Pop was a great cook, and Bunya was his specialty. And when he used to cook it, I mean, the smell. Oh, man, the smell would fill the whole place. It's funny, you know, when I watched him cook, I knew he was doing it because he loved me. I just could never say it. And so he did that instead. It's been gone a long time. So now I make it myself once a year. Honoring him, you know? It's the only part of him I got left.
Well, in that case, why don't you make enough for two?
Yeah?
Legend, Franklin. Yeah, that's a nice way to end that that plot. I'm actually interested to see like what the final like product will be, like to see what it actually looks
come
like.
back if you wish to be alone.
No. Please.
I heard the...
I wish I had your faith in the universe. I just don't see it sometimes.
Then I will tell you a great secret, Captain.
What's that?
Perhaps the greatest of all time. The molecules of your body are the same molecules that make up this station. And the nebula outside that burn inside the stars themselves. We are star stuff. We are the universe, made manifest, trying to figure itself out. But as we have both learned, sometimes the universe requires a change of perspective.
What a line. That's brilliant. I love the lens so much, man. And that, everything she just said was amazing. But this guy is still floating out here and we're still seeing him. Are we going to learn more about the shadows through this guy? I'm all for it, come on. Oh my god, imagine seeing that.
Unknown object. Correlate to last sighting.
Stand by.
Please, let's figure out like more about the shadows, please. Oh, he's actually managed to get back.
Request permission to dock.
Permission granted.
Oh wow.
Welcome home.
Was not expecting that. Alright, so what did he learn? What did he learn? I don't understand this though. Why would the shadows let him go? Like, it makes no sense. They just kill him. To like
Commander
hide
Gallus,
their secret. Like, there's so
the
much
best
more to
squadron
this,
leader I
man.
ever had.
To Gallus.
That's what's just thrown me off. They had a chance to blow up
Lieutenant,
his ship, kill him. So
So
what is going
It
on?
saved me. When I saw it again just for a second, I figured it must be riding its own lock-on, even though the direction was nothing like I've ever seen before. When it came through the first time, it was on a right angle to the gate's position. And once I figured that out, I just struck out in what seemed like the right direction.
It better be good, man.
Hardening just being in the same room with it.
What, so you dip it in the oil on the butter? I mean, yeah, it tastes good, but oh my...
Very good.
So it's what, bread and...
Well, dessert.
Well,
Is
no,
that
wait a minute,
chicken?
I didn't authorize dessert.
No, then you can't have any.
Oh, mate, this is
What
making
is
me
it?
hungry.
Doesn't matter, you're not getting any.
So much your diet, Franklin.
No.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to eat after this. I'm starving
You're
now.
hard at it, sir.
Mouth's
I've
actually
decided it's
watering.
time to get back to work. The street
Glad,
and the
dude.
universe seem to have a special relationship.
Don't we all?
Okay. let's hear your perspective, Ivanova, compared to Delen's. That'd be interesting.
Star stuff.
Yeah, that's a cool way to put it. We are star stuff. What a great episode. This episode is so good, man. It's building up, like, a lot. The plot and the foreshadowing. I can't understand why they would not, like, blow up the... I've already forgotten the name of it, but that big ship and the fighters. The only possible explanation is that they actually wanted them to survive. But why? Like, so clearly they don't just want to wipe out humanity. They have more grand motives. Like, they want them to survive. This is a bigger motive. Or something, I don't know. But yeah, really great episode. Loved all the plots this episode. There was not a single bad moment in this entire episode. It's phenomenal. But yeah, I do really hope you enjoyed. And yeah, until the next one, goodbye.